Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to take a look at the design printout. For this demonstration, we already have a form created and ready to go. Now, let's look at setting up the print layout. We can select the next button and it will bring us to the design printout page. We have three options when creating our design printout: the standard layout, custom layout, and import custom layout from a fillable PDF. In this video, we will concentrate on the first two, standard and custom. There will be a separate video for the import custom layout. First, let's look at the standard layout. Starting on the left, we have the option to turn on and off the thumbnail view. Next, we can see how many pages the form contains and enter the desired page number. There's a standard zoom in and out. Then we have the option to fit width or fit page, and also rotate. From here, we can download or print a copy. And lastly, we have more actions that let us change the view or see the document properties. Let's go to the Define page and publish the form. Now that it's published, we can go to the Work module and select the addendum form. This will bring us to a list of all the created addendum forms for the project. I already have a form created and filled out here. We can select the form name and it will activate a thumbnail view on the right-hand side where we can see all the information. From the thumbnail view, we can select the More option located at the top here. Then we can export the form by selecting Export to PDF. Next, it will activate a pop-up where we can include any comments that have been added to the form or the audit trail of who did what and when. And at the bottom, we have the option to add images. When we select the image checkbox, it will activate another pop-up giving us the choice of how we want our images laid out. We can choose from full width or 2, 3, and 4 columns. For this example, let's select the 4 columns. Then lastly, we can choose to export attachments. When selecting the Export Attachments option, a zipped file will be downloaded to the user's Downloads file. The zip file will include a PDF copy of the form and a folder containing all images and attachments. So now when we open the form, we have the standard form layout. We can see all the form fields and the information populated into the form. When we scroll down, we have comments, list of attachments, photos, and then lastly, the history or the audit trail. This standard layout will work for most instances, but let's say you have an existing paper form you want to make digital. When we create that digital form in Control, it's most likely going to look different than the original paper form. That's because the priority is to create an easy to use digital form in the field rather than it looking the same as the paper form. This is where the custom layout comes in handy. We can create that easy to use digital form and have the original look of the paper form when it's printed out using the custom layout feature. Now let's go back to the design printout page and switch the layout to custom layout. We don't need to put the form back into draft status. We can edit the design printout while the form is still in the published status. From the layout dropdown, we can select the custom layout. Next, we will have the option to pick a design template. So one thing I want to highlight here is this confirmation notice. After selecting printout template, it can't be changed. What this means is the design and layout that we have created in the design form section will be copied into the custom layout in the design printout section. Now, if we add any controls to the design form page, it will not reflect on the design printout page. We will manually have to add these controls into the design printout section. So I would recommend you fully complete your form in the design form section before activating the custom layout in the design printout page. And as you can see, it looks exactly the same as our design form. Now we want to customize our printout to look the same as our original paper form. Before we do that, let's select our canvas and go to Properties and switch Layout to Absolute. This will set the canvas to a full page. But now when we go to Styles, you'll notice it has grayed out our width and height. So let's go back to Properties and change the layout back to Flow. This will leave the canvas width as full page, but allow us to adjust the height as needed. Now we have a lot more room to work with. We can start to move the controls around to look like our original paper form. Just simply select the control, resize, and move them around as needed. Once we have everything set to our liking, we can go back to our filled out form and see how it looks. We will need to export the PDF again and get the same options for exporting as the standard form. This time, let's select the top 3 and leave the attachments unchecked. When we open the PDF, you can see that we have a custom form based off the changes we've made. As we scroll down, we can see the form comments, photos, and audit trail. This wraps up the standard and custom design printout. Thank you for watching.